4 expert tips to help you master hot yoga. Barkan or Bikram, you want to get better? Then listen to me.
You want to get out of here? You talk to me.
Number 4 is by far the most important one. I saved the best for last. Make sure you watch the video all the way to the end because that could be the reason why you're not improving. Expert tip number 1, you have to understand your body type. I put it in 3 categories. Stronger than you are flexible, more flexible than you are strong, not strong or flexible. So let's start with your more flexible than you are strong. A lot of people have the misunderstanding that you have to be really flexible to do yoga. It's both. It's flexibility and strength. I've said this before. My mother was very flexible. She could sit in the lotus position for hours if she wanted to, but she couldn't stand on one leg for a long period of time. I see that happen. I see people in my class, they have the potential to straighten their leg in standing bow, but they don't have the strength to hold the position. So if you're more flexible than you are strong, you got to think strong and tight and solid. You may want to not go as far. Hold it for a longer period of time. Build up your stamina. In fact, you can even give yourself a tangible goal. Let's say you only can hold the posture for 10 seconds. Give yourself 12 seconds. And then hold that for a while. After 12 seconds, go to 15 seconds. If you're more flexible than you are strong, tight, solid, you got to build that foundation. That's your intention. But before we continue on, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell, smash the like button. Any questions or concerns, put them down below. I'm happy to get back to you. Now, if you're stronger than you are flexible, we're still on expert tip number 1. You have to think the opposite. You're strong enough. I see a lot of people, when they're doing a posture like standing head to knee, they're holding on so tight. They're holding their position. Their muscles are tight. Their forearms, their wrists are tight. That tension is actually inhibiting you to stretch your body and to go further in the pose. You're strong enough. You actually have to let go. My teacher would say a lot of times when we're kicking really high and standing bow, he would say, let go and kick. Let go and kick. You have to feel your body pliable. The last thing you want to do, let's go back to standing head to knee, for example, is to hold your foot in the first set and not kick the leg out. Why are you doing that? You already established the foundation. You're strong enough. Start kicking the leg out. Give yourself 2 sets to get flexible enough in that hamstring. That first set's going to warm you up for the second set. So you, instead of that other person has to think strong and tight, you have to think loose and relaxed. I remember when I was first doing Bikram yoga and everything was tight, tight, tight. And a friend of mine wanted to teach me how to play golf. And I stood up to the ball and I just smacked it. I was so tight and so stiff, I couldn't allow the club to swing.
Swing the club, feel the club.
Later on, one of the golf teachers said, it's like swinging a rope. You have to feel the flexibility. You have to feel your range of motion. You have to allow yourself to become elastic. And once again, if you're not strong or flexible, then there's really no hope for you.
It's not funny.
Just kidding. In fact, a lot of people, when they struggle when they were younger with athletics and they come to a yoga class, they found a lot more success. So sometimes it's a different mind-body coordination. Just start coming more to get better. And that's a perfect segue to tip number 2, and that's consistency. How many days a week should you be doing yoga so you can properly measure your results? Back to consistency. A lot of people do it every other day. That's the worst thing you can do. Every other day, your body is constantly playing catch up.
Don't do that, please.
What you need to do is build momentum. I said this many times before in my video. 4 days a week should be a minimum. 5 is great. 6 is ideal. I don't like 7. Every now and then, yoga schools, hot yoga schools will hold a challenge, a 30-day challenge. I never liked the 30-day challenge. I always liked to give you 1 day a week off for your body to relax and to recover. At my studio, which I had for 39 years, we did a 5-day a week for 2-month challenge. 5 days a week for 2 months, transform your life. If you're compelled to do 7 classes in a week, then do a double one day, but take 1 day off, give your body a chance to recover. Many times this happened when people took my challenge, my 5-day a week challenge. They were coming 3 times a week or every other day. They would do the 5-day a week challenge and they found within 2-week period, a very short period of time, they would improve more in those 2 weeks than they did in the previous 6 months coming every other day. So if I'm doing yoga, let's say 5 days a week, and let's say I start on Monday, Thursday and Friday are going to be my best days. That's when I'm building momentum. I'm going to peak on Thursday, it's peak on Friday. Come back on Monday and I'm stiff. I'm not that flexible, I'm not that open. I got to get the body to open up and I got to build momentum. So if you're coming every other day, then guess what? You're always in Monday. You're always in catch up. This is going to be a big one for you. Consistency is key. And if you're doing 4 days a week, do them in a row. That's why I like 5 better, because they only take 2 days off. But once again, 6 is ideal. Don't like 7. Tip number 3, alignment. Okay, you're coming every day, but if you're in the wrong position, if you're in wrong alignment, you're just spinning your wheels. One of my favorite metaphors is the toy train. That front train has to be lined up properly. The wheels on the railing, otherwise you're just spinning your wheels. As soon as you get them lined up, if you've ever had a toy train, you know what I'm talking about. As soon as you get those wheels lined up on the rail, it takes off. Another favorite metaphor, the key that opens the door. The tumblers have to fit in just right to open up the door. If you're in the proper alignment, and here's the good news, there's an exact position for everyone at every level, from first aid beginner to the ultra advanced. So how do you know if you're in the proper alignment? Hopefully you have a senior teacher that will help you, that will correct you. If not, I could be your teacher, and let me show you how I can do that. The first way is to join the Barkan Method on-demand membership. We have over 500 classes recorded. I've been recording every class that I've taught since the pandemic. That's an indirect way because I won't be able to correct you individually, but you'll be able to hear my corrections, hear how I talk to other people, and then you can adjust accordingly, see if you're doing the same thing. However, the second way, if you decide to take my teacher train program online, you can record a video of yourself doing the poses and I can give you direct feedback. Either way, if you don't come with me, you find a senior teacher. And by the way, if you're interested in the membership or the teacher train program online, I put links in the description below. We'd love to have you join the family. In fact, one of the things we do in the Barkan Method online training, every Thursday afternoon, Eastern time, we have a live session. So you're not just by yourself on the online training. So you log in, put people on Zoom, you put people on the gallery view. At the end of the session, I post pictures, mostly from the 26 and 2, but also there's some Barkan poses that are not the 26 and 2, and I post those pictures and we play the game. What's wrong with this picture? Not so we can make people wrong, but one, so people don't hurt themselves, and two, we get people on the right track. Get those wheels to line up on the rail. Get that key to unlock the door. The leg's too high. The foot's over too far. The shoulders are lifted by the ears. Drop the shoulders down. When we start to think about correction, getting ourselves on the right track, once again, you can be doing posture, you can be doing yoga every day if you want, but if you're doing the same way, you get into a rut. You got to find the proper alignment to break free. And that brings us to the most important expert tip number 4, and that is you have to change your mindset. I have the privilege to travel literally across the world. Been in Australia maybe 6 times, in Iceland and Hungary and Switzerland. And here's what happens. I see people, especially in the Bikram world, where they know what's next. They know what posture's happening. They go on autopilot. Yeah, you're sweating. You're getting a really good workout, but are you really getting results? Are you measuring results? Because at the beginning of your practice, I say in the first 5 to 10 years in the practice, you should be soaring. You should be breaking through. You should be having breakthroughs constantly if you're applying these expert tips. One way of changing your mindset is to make it fresh, to make it new. I recently did a video on transforming your intention. Having a specific intention before each class. So if you know what's next, you're doing the same thing. If the teacher's in that repeated pattern of speech, you're just going to be stuck in that rut. You're not going to improve. You're not going to see results. But if you change your mindset, it changes everything. Another way of keeping it fresh is to do a yoga retreat, a yoga vacation. Jimmy, do you have any yoga retreats coming up? Funny you should ask. Yes, I do. 2005, we have 2 big ones, 2 major ones. We have Costa Rica, May 10th to the 17th. It's actually our 25th year at Costa Rica. So we'd love to have you join us. I'll put links in the description below. It's a teacher train program, but you can also come as a retreater and just enjoy, sit on a hammock, go to the jacuzzi, do yoga with us. I will correct you directly, that I guarantee. The next month, we're going to Iceland, June 29th to July 3rd. That's a teacher train program. You don't have to be a teacher to participate in that program. You can come as a student to immerse yourself in the subject. And when you go back to your class after that retreat, you're going to be filled with all kind of information, all kind of inspiration to take you to the next level so you can soar. You're going to start to see breakthroughs like crazy when you apply these 4 expert tips. So let's sum it up. Understand your body type. Are you stronger than you are flexible? Are you more flexible than you are strong? When you have that understanding, then you know what you have to work on. Number 2, consistency. 4 days a week minimum. 5 is great. 6 is ideal. Don't like 7. Alignment is number 3 because you might be coming every day, but you're spinning your wheels if you're not on the right track. Let's let that key unlock the door. And number 4, change your mindset. Especially in the Bikram world, you know what's next. You're on autopilot. Yeah, you're good at getting good work out of it, but are you really seeing results? Do some retreats. Listen to me teach. And my on-demand membership, you're going to hear a whole bunch of different information. Keep it fresh so you're not spinning your wheels in mediocrity. You're going to soar into the heavens. I guarantee you will get better. So that's our episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell. Any questions or concerns, put them down below. I'm happy to get back to you. You will learn all about hot yoga. Hit the subscribe button and the like button right now. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.